Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba has moments ago said he is resigning. Ishiba is holding a news conference explaining the decision right now. Public broadcaster 8 NHK says the decision to step down comes as Ishiba works to avoid a split within the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. The LDP has lost its majority in elections for both houses of parliament since Ishiba took power. Lawmakers are scheduled to vote on Monday on whether to hold an extraordinary leadership election. CNN's Hanako Montgomery joins us now from Tokyo. So, Hanako, the Prime Minister's press conference is still going on, but what has he been saying so far about his decision to step down?
Yeah, Kim, it's good to see you. So the reason why Shigeru Ishiba, the Japanese Prime Minister, has decided to step down now is because trade talks with the United States have finally come to a head. Here's what the Japanese Prime Minister said just moments ago during his emergency press conference.
重点施策として取り組んでまいりました。
Now that negotiations over U.S. tariff measures have reached a certain conclusion, I believe this is the appropriate moment, and so I have decided to step aside and make way for my successor.
Now, Kim, last week, Japan and the United States finally finalized a trade deal in which Japan would invest $550 billion in the United States in exchange for lower tariff rates on Japan's key autos sector. Now, again, Japan and the United States have been in negotiations for several months now, ever since the U.S. President Donald Trump first imposed those very high tariff rates on Japan. And as Ishiba said just there, now that Japan has finally reached a deal with the U.S., he felt as though the timing was now. Now, also in his press conference, Kim, Ishiba stressed the different policies that he spearheaded, the different ways in which he helped the Japanese people. He also very clearly stated that he does not intend to run in the next Liberal Democratic Party leadership elections. Now, just in terms of why Ishiba has been facing mounting pressure, as you described, from within his own party to step down, we saw the LDP suffer a bruising defeat in the upper house elections back in July, in which the LDP lost its majority after having a majority for several years. Now, after losing a majority, the party has a lot of difficulty passing different resolutions, passing different bills. And normally, when a leader of a party suffers a defeat like that, they step down, they assume responsibility. But Ishiba was quite stubborn in this regard. He held on to power, but again, he felt as though the timing was now in terms of stepping down. Now, also important to note here, Kim, is that the LDP, Ishiba's party, is suffering quite a lot in public opinion polls as well. Japan's economy is not in a great state right now. Its yen, the currency, is very weak. We're also seeing household spending skyrocket, and also inflation is hurting a lot of households. So the LDP hasn't really been able to pass many policies that have appeased the public, and this is why the Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba says that he needs to step down. Now, in terms of what's next for Japan and for its premiership, the Liberal Democratic Party will hold an election in which it will elect a new party president who will likely become the next Japanese prime minister. But it's not clear at this point in time whether this election will be a simple election, one that's only held among LDP lawmakers, in which case we might see a new prime minister by mid-September, or if this will be a wider election among party-registered voters, in which case we could see a new premier in about mid-October. But again, Ishiba has said very clearly in his press conference that he does not intend to run again. He does want to make way for his successor. And who will that be? We don't really know yet. There are no clear frontrunners, but of course that will become clearer in the days ahead as many more politicians step forward and state their intent for running.
Yeah, we'll see all the reverberations of this. Really appreciate you bringing us the latest on this breaking news. Hanako Montgomery in Tokyo. Thank you so much.